Good afternoon, Chairman Luttrell, Ranking Member McGarvey, and members of the subcommittee. I'm pleased to discuss GAO's work on VA's efforts to update its disability rating schedule. When veterans file claims for disability compensation, VBA claims processors use the rating schedule to determine monthly compensation. VA's disability compensation program provides billions of dollars in benefits to millions of veterans and their families. VA must be able to make accurate decisions about the amount of compensation a veteran receives as a matter of fairness to veterans and to ensure the program is achieving its intended results. VA has struggled to stay current with needed updates to the rating schedule. In 2003, we designated VA's disability compensation program high risk, in part because its rating schedule did not fully reflect advances in medicine and technology and changes in the labor market that have occurred since 1945. VA is required to base its compensation decisions on the average loss in civilian earnings resulting from a veteran's service-connected disability, but it has never updated this information based on data-driven analysis. My testimony today discusses VA's progress on updating the medical and earnings loss information in the rating schedule, as well as remaining challenges. Medical information includes the types of disabling conditions that veterans may have organized into the 15 body systems. Earnings loss information is the average decrease in expected earnings caused by those disabilities. VA has taken positive steps to improve the process for updating medical information. In terms of progress between 1945 and 2009, VA mainly focused on updating the rating schedule with new medical terms and criteria for determining a condition's severity. In 2009, VA embarked on an ambitious effort to comprehensively update both medical and earnings loss information. These changes included establishing an office to plan and oversee these efforts. VA has also begun making plans for a 10-year cycle for updating the medical information to more systematically consider advances in the evaluation and treatment of medical conditions. Since 2009, VA has completed updates to the medical information for 11 of 15 body systems. And after years of fits and starts, VA has also begun testing its own earnings loss studies. VA is testing how the department could produce earnings loss data and update the rating schedule with this information. However, VA still faces challenges keeping its rating schedule up to date. It is yet to complete comprehensive revisions for 4 body systems. VA's attempts to revise some of these systems have been going on for years. In addition, information about how veterans' disabilities affect earnings loss remain a major gap. It is uncertain whether or when VA will complete these studies and use the information to update the rating schedule. Going back decades, VA and external studies have evaluated the average loss of earnings for veterans with service-connected disabilities and suggested that not all veterans were being equitably compensated. For example, certain external studies suggested that veterans with mental health conditions were being undercompensated. As of today, VA has not updated its rating schedule with earnings loss information. Consequently, ratings determinations for all earnings loss calculations remain based on information from over 8 decades ago. We've been monitoring VA's efforts to fix these problems through the lens of our high-risk list. As of 2025, VA has met 3 of the 5 criteria for removal from the list. It has shown leadership commitment, developed an action plan to address root causes of its problems, and has been monitoring its progress. To have this area removed from the high-risk list, VA must continue to meet these 3 criteria and fully meet 2 more: capacity and demonstrated progress. Capacity involves things like identifying and applying the resources needed to implement its plans, and demonstrated progress means VA is accomplishing its goals and objectives for updating the rating schedule. Ultimately, without a rating schedule that fully reflects present-day medicine and changes in the labor market since 1945, VA may overcompensate some veterans while undercompensating others. This concludes my prepared statement, and I'm happy to address your questions.